I am just so aware that I don't have any babies. I can't sing, I can't dance. Sorry, folks. And do you know, this is probably one of the first times that I've ever spoke to an audience that have been ever so well behaved. And my colleague, really, Leonard, there will be able to tell you, politics, we don't normally be that well behaved, so you are all sitting very patiently. You've all had a good day so far? Yes. Right, well, I hope to finish that off on a good note. Well, thank you very much for inviting me along today, and I will try and summarise some of, I know that we're now running a bit late, but I am delighted to have been invited to participate in the Parent Power Conference today, and I'm sorry that I missed what you were doing this morning and some of your speakers, your key speakers that have been here, and it would have been great to hear about all the kind of parent programmes that have been going on, but if you do have a Herald project that you think that I should know about, please do not hesitate to let me know about it. But I would like to start by thanking Parent Network Scotland for organising the event, which marks the 20th anniversary of the Year of the Family and Families in Scotland. Well done. It is known that parenting is one of the toughest jobs in the world, and yes, I can firmly vouch for that. And it is fantastic for parents to have the support of organisations such as Parent Network Scotland and yourselves around here today. And I'm pleased to take part in this event that is solely focused on the theme of building parental capacity for the future. Now, you've probably talked to death about how we should involve parents, and there's probably been some people that have been up and saying, it's really difficult to engage with parents. Sometimes I just think that's just used as an excuse, that parents are there, we do have models of working, we should be utilising those models of working, and models like Parent Network Scotland use, because I've seen it happening in practice, I've seen it out in communities, and before I go on any further, I do need to say that I do have that Drumchapel connection, so please don't hold it against me. Yet another, I'll explain myself, I just live near Drumchapel, was the counsellor for Drumchapel for a few years, volunteered in Drumchapel and surrounding areas, worked in social work in Drumchapel, and now I'm the MSP for Glasgow, so I can cover the whole of Glasgow. I felt as if I had to explain myself there to you, but I hear you have all had the Drumchapel buses stopped outside and we all come in today, but including you, Jackie. Right, so I'll continue. My staff did say to me, Anne, don't go off the script, just hurry it up, because I do like a wee blather. Right, as a parent of 3 children, I'm fully aware of the significant role we have to play as being the key educators of our children. We are all aware, in this room we are all aware, children and young people's brains are huge capacity for learning, particularly in the informative years, and learn a great deal from their involvement within the nursery school setting, from their teachers, and from their teachers in both the primary and the secondary schools. However, it is vital that we recognise the principal role of a parent and guardian plays in the primary educator of the child. A large percentage of a child's waking hours is spent outside the formal learning environment and out with a nursery, school or classroom setting. Learning can and should take place in other environments within families and community settings. Family learning is a powerful tool which we can challenge educational disadvantage, promote social economic resilience and foster positive attitudes towards lifelong learning. The family is indeed a community within a community. So when we learn together, it shows community capacity building in its best. As such, informal and formal family learning programmes successfully encourage family members to learn together. It just kind of makes sense to me. Again, sometimes it doesn't make sense to the funders, but anyway. Again, this highlights the key role as a parent or guardian has, not only as the first educator of the child, but as the key lifelong educator as that child develops into a young person with aspirations and ambitions. Her Majesty's Inspectorate of Education has defined the aim of family learning programmes as being, and you are probably able to tell me this verbatim, I quote, to encourage family members to learn together. They are learning as or with a family. They should include opportunities for intergenerational, I take it nobody caught that mistake there. Intergenerational learning, and whenever possible, leads both adults and children to pursue further learning. For family learning to be truly successful, it is crucial to recognise not only the part that parents and guardians have to play, but also the role of the wider community in the creation of the environment where the child can develop and thrive. I feel as if I'm preaching to the converted here. Tell my granny how to suck eggs. As I have made it clear, I am and always have been a huge supporter of Parent Network Scotland, and I've seen their work and I've seen it all in practice and been there and seen the successful parents that derive from it. Parent Network Scotland provides a number of successful routes that can support parents in Scotland to develop their own ability to bring up confident, happy and cooperative children. The routes offered by Parent Network Scotland have a reputation of successfully empowering adults to build meaningful relationships with children of all ages. Over the past 20 years, Parent Network Scotland has improved the life chances of children, young people and families at risk. Being a mother myself, and probably put myself in that 1 to 4 bracket, I'm probably that 1 or 4, your speaker earlier had mentioned that there is a difficult parent in 1 to 4, but I'm probably that one. Being a mother, I understand fully how tough a job parenting can be, and perhaps should enrol myself to one of your programmes. I should have done it long before now. I think maybe that ship has sailed. Inspiring to see Parent Network Scotland tackle significant inequalities in Scottish society. By working in a relaxed and friendly atmosphere, it can really help parents to work out how to be clear, firm and gentle in their approach. The work that has been carried out deserves to be commended because over the past few years, hundreds, if not thousands of families across the country have benefited hugely due to the support of Parent Network Scotland. The work of this organisation has proven to have a profoundly positive effect on schools in particular, because when parents build a strong relationship with their children, it leads to children being much more cooperative in the school environment and more likely to value the influence of all adults in their lives. Children and young people certainly benefit from enhanced communication and understanding in the family, and seeking support in this endeavour is a sign of strength. Respect, honesty, openness, confidentiality are all values of Parent Network Scotland, and it is these values that have helped the organisation to be successful here in Glasgow, but to the funders out there in the room, not recognised enough in Glasgow and right across Scotland. Now, I do all hope that you have had a wonderful and eventful day, and on behalf of Parent Network Scotland, I'm sure they're going to have a question and answer in a second, that you have learned loads, chatted even more. Thanks again for allowing me to come along and meet with you, even though that's been for a really short period of time. I do need to go back now to Edinburgh for the finishing of Parliament tonight, but I will be around for a short period of time. But if there is anything, I think we're going to do a question and answers. Have we got time? No. All your questions you have to direct to me by email or put them through Parent Network Scotland. It's not that I'm avoiding to answer them. Please do let us know how you think that us as politicians could do better. Only the polite ones, actually. I'll put that in brackets, only the polite ones. Us as politicians, how we could be doing better at encouraging our parents to become involved in our children's lives in Glasgow, Scotland and all over. And it's been such a privilege for to see you all here, and you're all sitting still well behaved. I've just never really came across that. It's normally we're throwing things at one another. If anybody's watched Parliament, Charles, you'll probably be aware that we're not used to everybody behaving. But thanks again, and if there is any suggestions, please do not hesitate to ask. I will be around for the next wee while. All suggestions are welcome. And thank you very much for listening.